This data frame is very much useful when we go for the data analytics. So when we do the data analytics and all, the data frame will be very much useful. See, in the databases, you have seen different tables, right? So the data is stored inside the table where we have the column name are there, and inside that we have the value to it. Okay, so this data frame is also like that. We have the column, and inside that we have different rows, and as well as inside that particular rows we have data. So actual data is stored inside it, and the column will signifies that particular column belongs to which particular the column value belongs to which particular column. So we can create the data frame using the function called data.frame. So data.frame function will create the data frame for us, and it will creating a two-dimensional structure, or two-dimensional what we can say, the structure, two-dimensional structure it will create of heterogeneous data structure. These are list of vector of equal length. Now there are a list of vectors with equal length. So we have the vector. So we know what is how we can define a vector. So vector will be like this. So let's say this is one vector. This is another vector. This is another vector, in that way. So if we have the vector, we want to make it as a combine it, and we'll make it as a table. So it will look like this. So this is one, this two, this three. In that way, we can get the data that we want. So in one vector, let's say this particular vector belongs to name, this belongs to the roll number, this belongs to the marks, right? In that way, I can create a table out of it. So this is how the data frame will look like. So the data frame have the following constraint placed upon them. Data frame must have column name, and every row should have a unique name. Okay. So every row should be unique, and there will be the column name. Look like a table. Each column must have the identical number of items. So each column, let's say this is your name column, roll number column, and the marks column. So each column should have the same number of items. Each item in a single column must be of the same data type. So let's say there's a name. All name will be of character. Roll number. Let's say all roll number will be numeric. Marks will be numeric. In that way, different column may have different data types. So one data type of the name is, let's say, character. The roll number will have, let's say, the numeric. Another will be, let's say, the numeric. It might be different, but it will look like this, look like a table. Okay. So let's take an example here, and we'll create a data frame out of it. So now here what will happen is a vector has been created. So vector will be created with the help of a function C. Now here one vector is name, another vector is language. So one vector is name, Amya, Raj, Ashish. Then language in another vector, the languages are there, R, Python, Java, in that. And the age is defined with Amya, Raj, and Ashish. Now you see, these two are the character type, and this is a numeric type. So it doesn't matter how all those are. And then what will happen is we create the data frame with the help of a function data.frame. This data.frame function, inside that we put the column. So we have name as one column, language as another column, and age as another column. Name, language, and age all are vectors here. Now, when I print that, so a tabular form will be created with all those data. So let's run this. You see how it has been created. Now here inside the name we have Amya, Raj, and Ashish. Language we have R, Python, and Java. And age we have 22, 25, and 45. So we should have the same number of element in each vector. Each vector may be of different type. And what else was there? Yes. So every column name and every row should be unique. So every column name, language, and age are different, right? One is name, one is language, another is age. So we don't have two ages here, right? As well as each row are different. So Amya are 22, Raj Python 25, Ashish Java 40, 45, all are different. And this 1, 2, 3 are telling about indexing of it, like serial number that we'll put. So when we have this type of thing in the Excel sheet or the database, so it look like a table. Now let's say if I have a different number of element, or the total number of element of the vector is different. So let's say this is different, right? Here we have 3, here it is 4. Now in this particular case, what will happen? Now in this particular case, your 26 has been eliminated here. 26 is not coming as a output. Error in data frame. Argument imply differing number of rows 3 and 4. So let me remove it, then only will apply, because this should give the error. Let's run it again. Yeah, so here it is giving the error, and the error says that argument imply differently number of row 3, 4. So in the third and fourth one, this fourth one, there is a argument, number of arguments are different. So all arguments are 3, 3, 3, but here it is 4. That's why it is producing the error. Next thing is all row value should be unique. So let's say we have this. This also will make it like this. Now what will happen? Now in this case, you see all row value is Amya, 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 and it doesn't matter to it till this one is there. So one is one Amya, Amya, Amya is okay. So one row is different than another row, right? So if we make it 2 row like this, then what will happen? Let's do that. Yeah. So right now 2 rows are same. Here all rows are different. Here 2 rows are same. Now what will happen? So here it is working fine. but because of that, it has taken unique. So one AMI, and then here two AMI. So in that way, it is taking unique to it. So it doesn't matter, but the number of elements should be same in all the vectors. Yeah, so I think you understood what that data frame is. Now inside the data frame, we can apply different functions. So the one function is finding out the structure of the data frame. How we'll find out the structure of the data frame. So let me take to the previous version of the data that we have. Yeah, so it is looking good. Now in this, I want to find out, so this is my data frame, right? The dimension of the data frame is, what is my dimension? So the dimension is of 3 by 3, right? 3 into 3, 3 rows are there and 3 columns are there. So right now I want to print the structure of that particular data frame. So I'll use str function to find out the structure of that particular data frame. Right. So let's run this. Now, after running the structure of it, it says that data frame, 3 objects are there. Sorry, 3 number of rows are there and 3 variables are there. It means that 3 number of columns are there. And 3 number of rows are there and 3 number of columns are there. So first one is your row and second says that column. Name, we have the factor, 3 levels are there. These are the values to it. Language, 3 levels are there. These are the values to it. And age, we have numeric type of 22, 25 and 45 value. So this is how it will describing or finding to find out the structure of any data frame. We'll use it. Generally, we'll use this. That what is the dimension of the data frame right now. Next is very interesting function, which is called summary function. This summary function will give you some statistical summary, and the nature of the data can be obtained by applying this summary function. So it is a generic function used to produce result summaries of the results of various models. This function involves particular method which depend upon the class of the first argument. Class of the first argument. Now let's apply the summary to it. So instead of string, I'll use summary function. And let's see what this summary function is giving us. So this summary function is giving the value like there is name, Amya is coming 1 time, Ashish is coming 1 time, Raj is also coming 1 time, right? Java is coming one time. And according to the age, it will apply all the functions. It will first apply the minimum. So it will find out the minimum from the age. First quadrant 23.50, median value is 25, mean value is 30.67. Third quadrant 35, maximum it is saying as a 45.0. So max it is finding, min it is finding, average in terms of mean it is finding, and the median value it is finding. What is the middle value? Okay. So all those thing it will do, and the summary is more more or less working with the numeric value. Okay, for the with the numeric value, it is doing well, very well. Let's run this. So you see, R is 2 times written here, so that's why it is coming 2. So this is your function. How we can extract the data from that particular data frame, right? It is also very good way to do that. So the data frame is DF, right? Now when I want to find out only the name, so I'll use dollar and I'll use name there, and this will give me only the name. So in that way I can extract the data from the data frame itself, right? So the dollar symbol will be used and the column name will use here. Let's say I want to add some more column into that particular data frame. Could I add it? So the answer is yes. So the name is there, language is there, age is there. Now let's put the semester, right? Or I can say afterwards I'll put. So this data frame we have created, this will be printed. Now I'll use semester. Inside the semester, we have the number of the semester. Let's say somebody belongs to the 4th semester, 5th semester, and 6th semester. So this particular thing we are going to add into the data frame. So for that, I'll just use that particular dollar symbol. So it will be your data frame dollar and this value to it. Now let us run this. So what we have done, I think you understood. Previously, we have the data frame with name, language, and age. Now it is name, language, age, and semester has been added. So let's see whether it is working fine or giving any issue. Now you see, previously my table will look like this: name, language, age with all the values. I added another column there with the semester. Right now we have name, language, age, and semester. So in this way, you can expand the data frame. Expanding the data frame means you can add the data frame here. I hope you understood the phenomena or the usefulness of the data frame with the various different method that we have used.